Welcome to Miss Rowe Classroom. Today we'll discuss Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Before we commence, like, subscribe and share the video. Fire and Ice was first published in Harper's Magazine in 1920, then in Frost's New Hampshire collection, which won the Pulitzer Prize. Robert Frost's Fire and Ice is a concise yet profound introspection on the potential forces behind the world's end, desire and hatred, symbolized by fire and ice respectively. The poem uses elemental imagery to explore deep psychological and philosophical themes. Fire represents passion and unchecked desire, which the speaker has personally experienced and deems powerful enough to bring destruction. On the other hand, ice embodies cold indifference and hatred, an equally potent and dangerous force. Frost's use of opposites reflects the duality of human emotions and the capacity of both extremes to lead to ruin. The poem's pithiness or brevity enhances its impact, warning about the destructive potential of human impulses. Let's begin with the first stanza. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Frost opens with a speculative tone, referencing the common belief that the world may end in a fiery apocalypse, perhaps due to war, greed, or human desire. He introduces an alternative theory, an antithetical line, the world might perish in ice, symbolizing a cold, unfeeling end, perhaps from hatred, apathy, or indifference. The speaker reflects on personal experience with desire, suggesting that he understands its intensity and destructive capability. Because of that experience, the speaker aligns with those who believe that desire, like fire, could lead to the world's end. Second stanza. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Here the speaker hypothetically considers the world ending a second time, showing the depth of thought about human emotions and their consequences. Again, drawing from experience, the speaker claims to have seen or felt hate, now linked with ice, and understands its chilling, corrosive nature. He concludes that ice, hatred, coldness, and indifference also have enough power to destroy. The speaker acknowledges that ice is just as strong a force of destruction as fire. Finally, he states that if the world were to end by ice, it would be sufficient. Hate, like desire, is entirely capable of causing hurt or ruin. Let's analyze the poem. First, symbolism in the poem. Fire symbolizes the burning, consuming nature of strong emotions that can lead to destruction. Frost connects fire to the inner drives that push people toward chaos, whether in relationships, ambitions, or conflicts. Ice represents a cold, calculated emotional state, a destructive force that freezes rather than burns. Though less explosive than desire, hatred can be equally deadly when left unchecked. Frost uses vivid images of fire and ice, two opposing elements from nature, to represent extreme human emotions. This elemental contrast helps readers visualize the two paths of destruction: burning versus freezing, heat versus cold, passion versus indifference. Words like tasted of desire create a sensory experience, making abstract feelings more tangible. It allows readers to connect emotionally with the concepts through the senses: touch, taste, and temperature. Third, poetic structure and rhyme scheme. The poem follows a 9-line structure with a rhyme scheme of ABAA, BCB, CP, lending it a compact lyrical rhythm. This tight structure mirrors the poem's philosophical conciseness, packing profound meaning into few words. Fourth, antithesis and thematic setup. The opening lines introduce an antithesis, contrasting two opposing ideas between fire and ice, symbolizing desire and hate. The speaker frames the poem as a conjecture, a casual prediction about how the world might end, inviting readers to engage in philosophical reflection. Fifth, temporal and historical context. Written in the aftermath of World War I, the poem reflects anxieties about humanity's self-destructive capabilities despite its progress. Published in 1920, the poem sits between two world wars, capturing a time of uncertainty, fear, and introspection. The aftermath of World War I, with its unprecedented destruction and loss of life, likely influenced Frost's contemplation of the destructive potential of human emotions. The setting is implicitly present day, while the subject is future-oriented, a meditation on how close the world's end might be. Sixth, universal human capacity for destruction. The speaker reflects on having experienced both desire and hate, making the poem feel personal and relatable. Frost suggests that these emotions are not rare, but part of the shared human condition. This implies that everyone, in some way, contributes to the possibility of collective destruction, a subtle moral commentary on humanity's fragile balance. Next point is tone and irony. The speaker is unnamed and undefined, giving the voice a universal, everyman quality. The tone is casual and conversational, seen in phrases like "some say," "I hold with," and "is also great." The understated tone contrasts with the weighty subject of apocalypse, creating a layer of irony that enhances the poem's depth. Next point is theme of the poem. The central theme of Fire and Ice is the destructive potential of human emotions. Frost explores how two powerful yet opposing forces, desire and hatred, are universal and can both lead to the end of the world. The poem suggests that emotional extremes, whether burning passion or cold indifference, are equally capable of causing ruin. Second, moral decay of humanity. The poem hints at how unchecked emotions can lead to collective destruction. Through a calm and almost casual tone, Frost highlights the seriousness of the message, that humankind itself may be the agent of its end. The poem's ironic tone serves as a reminder of the gravity of the subject matter, subtly challenging readers to consider their own roles in preventing such a fate. Third, balance and moderation. By presenting two extremes, the poem implicitly warns against the dangers of imbalance in human behavior. To summarize the explanation, Fire and Ice is a philosophical reflection, a thoughtful poem on human nature. The apocalypse, or the end of the world, might not be cosmic, meaning caused by natural disasters, but somewhat self-inflicted, meaning caused by destructive human emotions. We have finished explaining Robert Frost's poem, Fire and Ice. Please visit our reference website, mistroclassroom.com, for exam-oriented summaries, literary devices, extra questions, themes, character sketches, and extract-based questions for Class 10. We have already discussed Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom. In the next session, we'll analyze 2 stories about flying. If you enjoyed the content, ask questions, subscribe, like, and share the video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Bye-bye.